bitches is not the same as a woman fucking a bunch of dudes. Not even close.
Okay, but one thing is liking, another thing is fucking.
Huh?
One thing is liking, and another thing is fucking.
Yeah, but any type of behavior done by a woman that could lead to fucking is unacceptable, especially if you have a man. Whether that's going to the club, like it's crazy to me how like one thing about your guys' answers that I've noticed is like toxic, controlling, calling me or whatever there may be. Like women got to understand that if you're going to be in a relationship with a man and that man has any set of balls or a backbone, he's going to have standards and regulations and boundaries. So if you want to behave like you're single, then be single. But it's very disrespectful to the man that you behave like you're single when you have a man. Going to the club, dressing provocatively on the internet, dressing provocatively when he's not there, wanting to go out in social situations, drinking with other people that isn't him. Like, I find it crazy how girls want to be able to have a man at home, but be able to reserve the right to still do all the things that make them look like they're single.
But what if I'm not doing that and he's doing that then?
Like, men and women aren't the same. Too bad.
But like, what do you mean?
Too bad.
That makes no sense. Yeah, that doesn't.
Because,
so you have the freedom and we don't?
Yeah, Myron.
Yeah.
Like, so what made you fall in love with me in the first place? If you know, like,
by you not being a whore.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Men and women are not the same. Like a guy that can attract a bunch of chicks or a dude that fucks a bunch of girls is attractive. A girl that fucks a bunch of dudes or puts herself out there for a bunch of dudes is not attractive.
Can I ask
it's not the same at all. Like if I go into when you go to a nightclub, right? Or you go to a VIP section, it's a higher status men with a bunch of bitches. You are never going to go into a VIP section and see chicks with a bunch of dudes. It doesn't work the other way around. Women love men that have other women, and it honestly keeps y'all in check. So it's a good thing. But when you have a bunch of dudes, it's unattractive. I don't know why women don't understand. You guys only like the double standards that benefit you. Getting into nightclubs for free, getting attention, getting validation, getting, worship just because you have a vagina. For men, life is much harder. So since life is much harder for us to be attracted to the opposite gender, we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor differently than you guys do. Y'all don't have to work for shit. Just go in, be hot and young, good enough. For us, we have to acquire some status, acquire some confidence, dress well, smell good, etc. You can have everything together. She's still going to reject you. This girl over here, right? So it's like, yo, as a man, we get certain privileges that y'all don't because you don't earn your value. So I don't know why women don't get this. Like,
but I was saying in a relationship though, because like, what if I'm at home and I'm not doing any of those things, and then you're out in the club and you're doing that?
Okay, and
what do you mean?
What?
If I busted my ass and I got to a certain point and I'm an attractive man, right?
Why are you in a relationship?
As I want.
Okay, but then why are you in a relationship together?
Yeah, I think the big caveat here is these are boundaries that are like set, right? Like obviously, if you're a dude and you're like, I'm gonna be monogamous with you, I'm never gonna cheat on you, and you do that. I don't think that's good, but I think it's okay. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more accepted. For a guy who's in this position to be able to set these boundaries. And still execute. Like there's not gonna be any dudes who are gonna be like, okay, you can fuck as many girls as you want. That's not gonna happen.
Never. Yeah.
But in reality, women with a guy who's built his life up, it can happen in practice, right? It can happen.
Yeah. But a girl will accept a man that has multiple women, but a man almost never will accept a woman that has multiple dudes. Unless if he does accept it, those are the guys you don't want anyway.
But can you agree? Let's say we go to the club, right? I go.